Hello guys, Sonia here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. Here is nice and sunny today in London after much rain during the weekend. It's Monday today, I'm filming on Monday, and the weather is great, it's glorious, finally. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today is the new Flora Luminescent Liquid Foundation by Zuii Organic. So I've ordered samples. I haven't ordered the full size because I had a bad experience with the Zuii Flora foundation, which I posted a review very recently. I think is my last video here on my channel. Although I filmed that video ages ago, so but I managed to only post it like a few days ago, a week ago more or less. Can't remember exactly when, but as soon as I got my computer back, because my computer was dead for about a month, for about three weeks a month. So I only got it back last week, and I managed to upload that video, but I didn't like that foundation. So I'm giving another go with their new foundation. Hopefully this one will be a lot better. So they actually got two foundations. They've got the Certified Organic Luxe Flawless Foundation, which I'm gonna try on today. And they've also got the Flora Luminescent Liquid Foundation, which I've got shade Dusk in the Luminescent foundation, which I think is like the second lightest shade. And then in the Flawless foundation I've got shade Ivory and shade Dusk. So these are the shades that I'm working with. So I'm only trying the Flawless liquid foundation today. Maybe, I don't know, I'll try the other one another time. But anyway, I've ordered directly from the ZuiiOrganic.com website, because obviously this is like a product that's only like launching, I think, today. So yeah, it's kind of, I pre-ordered it and I got it a few days ago through the mail. I paid £2 per sample, so for each bag it cost me £2, and it's got 1.5 ml of product in each sachet. So that's the amount that you get. Plus I spent £2 for shipping costs. So basically I spent £8 altogether for this foundation, and they sent me this booklet, Zuii Organic, that it's got all their products. So you've got a section here for skincare, all the skincare range that they've got. And then on this other side they have their makeup range. So you know, all the, and then so they're talking about like the products, you know, the line, the products that they have, makeup, and then they talk about the ingredients that they use as well on here. So like, I hope you can see it, but yeah, these are, anyway, it's useful to know like what the ingredients that they use do for your skin. The only thing that they haven't included in this booklet, and it would have been, you know, it would have been a must to have in this booklet, is their actual new foundation. I cannot find it in here. It's like I can only find their old liquid foundation, which is the Flora one. Other than that, there is no, you know, it's like pointless. Yeah, this is the foundation that they've got, which is the old one, is the Flora liquid foundation, and they have not included the new one, but never mind. And then they sent me the self-tan and skincare sample to try out. I mean, not that I'm gonna do much with this sample, because I mean, where can I put this? It's just probably just to test on my inner arm or wherever, whether I like the color of the self tanner that I'm gonna get. But other than that, you know, with the 1.5 ml, what can you do, you know, with this sample? But never mind, I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not. I'm not into self tanning anyway. I don't self tan ever. I used to in the past, but not anymore. So, oh, just to let you know, what I've got on my face right now is only my Pink Cloud moisturizer by Herbivore, which I recently bought in the Liberty store in London, because I went to the presentation, to the launch of the Herbivore products at Liberty. Finally, here in the UK we got someone, you know, a store that stocks Herbivore, this wonderful, in my opinion, wonderful skincare brand, and I had the pleasure to mix Alex. I think the shade is could work. It could work. It's probably more on the pink, with a pink undertone, it seems to me. This is how it looks like, as you can see, like on the dish there. But I think it could probably work. I don't want to use anything darker, just in case it oxidizes. So I will do a half face, like this side of my face, with the Eco Tools beauty sponge, and the left side of my face with this brush, which is the flat Kabuki T01 by Lamora. So it's just you know, it's just a flat Kabuki brush. And so let's start with the with this side. Actually, I forgot a mirror, but I'm gonna do it with my phone. Hopefully, it's gonna be. I don't want to pause the video to get the mirror, so let's do it with my iPhone. Okay, so let's dot this all over the place. Well, at least on like this side. So that's how this. I think the shade is pretty good actually. It could work. So let's do the beauty blender side, or not beauty blender, sorry, the Eco Tools side. I think the shade is kind of matching my neck pretty well. I mean, with the phone it's kind of different, because it's kind of you know, you don't see your face that well, like as you would in the mirror. But yeah, whatever. I'll probably grab a mirror eventually, just because I would need to see what I'm doing really. It's best if I grab it, but for now let's just continue. So I don't know if you see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is like how it looks. I mean, it looks alright with the phone, but I would definitely need to get a mirror. So let's do the other side with the brush. So I'm just gonna dot again the foundation on my eyebrow. Gosh. So let's buff this one in. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Let's go over it here as well. Let's do this too. I don't like putting foundation on my eyelids with the beauty sponge, because it just is too, you know, bouncing on my eyes. I don't like the bouncing bit on my movement on my eyes. I prefer the brush, because it's a bit more gentle on my eyes. So I don't really put I never put foundation or concealer on my eyes with a sponge, because it's too rough for my eyes. So I mean, it feels nice. It feels very lightweight, smoothing, like a gel type of feeling, like refreshing. It feels very refreshing. So this is the side with the brush. You know, I have a lot of redness here and here on my cheeks, so it's covered a bit. What I can see from my iPhone. I mean, this is an old iPhone 5S, so the camera is not that great. So I'll switch on to a mirror, so I can see exactly you know, how this foundation has applied so far, and if I need to build it up, and if there are any issues like cakiness or, you know, anything else that I need to point out to you. So I'll see you soon. So what I can see, now I've got a mirror, so what I can see from the application is that the beauty blender side is obviously a shearer type of application. It's kind of okay. It's a bit makeup-y on, like, between my eyebrows. and you know, like around this area. This is like the side with the beauty blender. Didn't settle in my mouth lines with beauty blender, but I got a bit of settling in my mouth line on this side, which I applied with a brush. And it's kind of, other than that, I notice with the brush side a bit, like only the tiniest amount of brush strokes. It's not too bad. You can go in and, you know, with your fingers to top it up, or with a beauty blender if you know, if you want to. So it's not a huge problem, but at least you know, my redness, it's been covered. It's kind of evened out my skin tone, this foundation, for now. It hasn't, as a shade goes, it hasn't oxidized too much on me, I don't think. This is like my neck color, maybe a tiny bit, because I put it down my neck. Try and build up this foundation just for the sake of you know, checking whether it can be built up or not. So I am gonna do another layer on this side with the beauty blender, as I did before. You know, I just want to see if it can be built up without having a cakey foundation. You know, I don't really need to build it up on my forehead, but yeah, let's see. Well, it does leave some lines, the sponge. No. Maybe I'll just take down a bit onto my neck. Okay, enough bouncing. Okay, so let's do, I think it can be built up. It's not like, it's kind of leaving the beauty blender when you push it. Maybe I pushed it a bit too hard on my face, but it left some stripes of, you know, the edge. So it left this kind of bit on my face. So I kind of have to even out with my finger. Yeah, just kind of lightly creases on my lids, but that's normal. Everything creases on my lids. So let's build up this side here where I need the most coverage. Let's see what happens. I don't need much on my forehead. Let's just do it to uniform everything. I think the shade really works for me now because I'm quite pale. I'm getting into my winter shade. So I mean, not meant that my neck is kind of always into winter shade mode type of thing, because I never get any color there, any tan. But yeah, I mean, I've got a little bit of foundation left here on the plate, so I've kind of, and this is like a 1.5 ml sample, so probably I've used like 1 ml, I think. Probably would have been a pump or pump and a half. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. I don't have, not having the pump, this foundation in a pump, I don't know how much you get when you squirt out the pump. I don't know how much product comes out, if it comes out as 1 ml or what, but kind of, you know, I managed to did my face, build up my foundation with 2 layers with 1 ml, I would say. So this is how it's looking. So it's kind of evened out. It has evened out my my redness on both sides of my face, as you can see. It's kind of not blurring my pores, but it's not doing a bad job of it kind of looks a bit makeup-y though in certain places, like my forehead. It's looking a bit makeup-y there, and it does settle slightly into my fine lines around my mouth, so I need to, you know, kind of tap it with the finger to remove the excess product that I've got, you know, the excess build up that I've got there. You know, if you don't have fine lines problems, yeah, you can get away with this one fine. Just put a bit on my chin here, just because I've noticed I've got a bit of redness still there, so I'm just tapping it with my fingers. I want to see if I can use my fingers for that. So this is kind of what it's looking like. I mean, compared to the Flora foundation, I must say that this foundation is a lot better. I like this one a lot more, just, you know, also for the fact that it doesn't oxidize like crazy, for now at least. It doesn't oxidize too much like the other one. It oxidized to half a shade darker than the, you know, the initial application, because as you can see now, it's a bit more, it's a bit darker. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just put it on my here so you can see what it's like. So yeah, it has oxidized just a tiny bit, but I can, you know, I can work with it. I can make it work. You know, it's kind of not, it's not too bad to the point that I can't wear this foundation because it's too dark, like the other one. So yeah, I think I'll leave it here for now. Then I'm gonna put makeup on, not too much. I mean, I'm not doing much today. So maybe I'll just check in later on at the end of the day just to see how this foundation held up. It's now 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so hopefully you can see my face. I'm trying to film still in this daylight, whatever is left of it, just to give you a better idea of how the foundation is holding up. But so basically, just to, you know, if you can see around my nose, it's kind of gathered in the crevices of my nose, and kind of looks quite makeup-y. Not so much on my forehead. On my forehead looks quite okay, to be honest. It's a bit shiny, but no, not so much. I mean, it's quite normal for me to be a bit oily around this time. Yeah, after about 4 or 5 hours of foundation wear with any foundation that I have, other than the 100% pure healthy foundation. With that that one stays matte all day, but I don't like it. I prefer the finish of this foundation is quite nice. I mean, I had to set it with powder because it felt a bit tacky after still about half an hour after I had applied this foundation. It felt a bit tacky still, so I thought perhaps it's better if I apply some translucent setting powder. I've used the Hourglass translucent powder, so that I was able to blend you know, the blush and highlighter on top of the, you know, Hourglass translucent powder and foundation underneath, because I don't think it would blend very nicely, because it just feels a bit too tacky. It does transfer a bit as well if you don't set it. Not that you can see visible marks on your face. If you put your finger like that, you don't really see too much of it. It's not like a ton of product comes out of your face, but you can still kind of see it. So I've noticed that. I think this foundation would be very good for those of you with dry skin. For me it's kind of okay, but it does it's a bit too creamy. It just settles in my fine lines around my mouth. I just have too much of build up product. It basically, I mean, I've used the combination of you know, concealers with the Fit Glow Beauty concealer and the Tarte Creaseless concealer mixed together, and they kind of had a bit more creasing than usual just because I had the foundation underneath. So I've noticed that I usually don't get that much creasing when I use those two concealers mixed up together. You know, it was a bit too powdery, the look after applying blush and highlighter, so I thought I would spray my usual Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator, which I sometimes do when I notice that I'm a bit too powdery. So I sprayed that. I don't think I sprayed too much of it, at least I didn't think so. I sprayed my usual about 3-4 sprays, you know, around my face. And I noticed that I had some drops of, you know, of spray, like little drops on each side here, and basically that it's taken off the foundation somehow. I don't know why this happened. I don't know if maybe some ingredients that are in the Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator don't go very well together with this foundation, because I use this spray all the time and I never noticed any problem like that. So now I ended up with some marks of I don't know if you can see it really. I'm trying to look on the mirror, but yeah, like I've got like around here there are some spots, some missing spots, like where the product has come out. And also on like this side, I don't know if you can. And then here it's like I was trying to remedy that with the sponge, with the wet sponge, just to even things out. But then when I was you know, passing the sponge over like this area, it kind of removed the foundation a bit around here. So it's kind of, you know, my redness has come through again here because there is no foundation. It's kind of been taken off by the sponge. So I think I shouldn't have done that, but I mean, I think overall I don't think this foundation is for me. I mean, I've got other natural foundations that I prefer. So as I was saying, I recommend this foundation if you have really dry skin, if you don't have fine lines, or like not deeper fine lines like I have. You know, they are quite deep around my mouth. It doesn't look too bad on my forehead. As I said, there was a bit of settling in my forehead lines, but it's not too much, actually, not too bad. And in terms of blurring pores, well, not really. I wouldn't say this foundation blurs the pores, but it doesn't accentuate them either. It's just one of those that sorry, I'm just trying to, it's just one of those foundations that I don't feel are that great on me, but they might look really good on other people. I don't know, but I wouldn't recommend this to mature skins with a lot of wrinkles, fine lines, and combination skin. But if you have really dry skin, I think this would be very good for you. But yeah, if you want, you can order the samples. I think it's probably the best, a good idea in terms of, you know, instead of ordering the full size that you don't know if you're gonna like it or not. I will test soon the other foundation, the Luxe Luminescent foundation. I've got 2 shades in that one. I probably mentioned that I've got 2 shades in the Flawless one, which is the one that I'm wearing now, but I actually got confused, sorry about the confusion. But yeah, it's the other one that I've got 2 shades, so I might yeah, just test it one of these days. Yeah, and basically guys, I forgot to mention that in terms of the, so if you check the information box down below, I'm gonna put the ingredients lists and some information that you can find on the zuiorganic.com website about this foundation. Also, in terms of the finish, it's kind of a I wouldn't say dewy, but you know, kind of dewy stroke satin type of finish. And I think in terms of the coverage is, I would say, a low medium coverage. I could build it up only to like medium coverage, so it's not a full coverage foundation. I think it does say that it's it just says on the website, it says offers maximum coverage with the smooth natural finish. It does have a smooth natural finish to me, in my opinion, having tried this today, but I don't think it has maximum coverage. I've done 2 layers of this foundation, and you've seen one with the sponge, one with the brush, and I could only build it up to medium coverage, and then I think the best application with this foundation would be the sponge rather than the brush, because the brush, I don't know, it tends to be a bit more cakey on the brush side. So, but then again, you know, in terms of using the sponge, you don't get as much coverage, so you have to kind of build it up if you want to have a higher coverage, and that could result in possible caking up on the foundation. So I don't know, you know, it's up to you, but you know, if you don't have too many pigmentation, redness issues, then I would go with just 1 layer, but yeah, it's up to you. So yeah, that's all I think I have. I hope I haven't forgotten anything anymore, but if you have any questions or you know, anything else, just leave me a comment down below. Hey guys, this is Sonia. Just wanted to give you a quick update. It's 9 o'clock here now, so I've had this foundation for about 10 hours. The last check-in I did, actually, it was just after 5 hours instead of 4, so sorry if I said the wrong thing, but it was actually 5 hours check, and now is after another 5 hours, so 10 hours in total. No more change, you know, I didn't see anything change since the last checking. No breakdown, nothing, so everything stayed the same. So as I said, you know, just based on the you know, cakiness that I got, and the fact that I sprayed my Josh Rosebrook hydrating accelerator, and it left some, you know, droplets of water, which kind of removed the foundation. Based on that, I don't think I'm gonna purchase the full size, because I never had an experience of this happening with other foundations than this one. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, and wish you a great night. Thanks, bye.